Hello, my name is Mohammed Al-Qatani, a PhD student from School of Computing, University of Leeds. Today I'm gonna talk about comparison criteria for computational Quranic search tool methods. The outline of this presentation as the following: overview, then structure of Arabic text in the Holy Quran. Then we talk about Quranic search applications. After that, we discuss classification of existing Quranic search methods. Then we discuss comparison criteria for Quranic search methods. After that, we discuss the result and findings. Then we conclude our presentation. This paper reviews most of the search tools constructed for the Holy Quran. Then this paper evaluates these different search tools against 13 criteria depending on search features, output features, the precision and recall of retrieved verses, database size and type of database contents. Based on these comparisons, most of the Quranic search tools still cannot solve the ambiguity in the retrieved results because these tools use traditional query analyzing and limited usage of Quranic technology. The structure of Arabic text in Holy Quran. There are many challenging points that related to the natural structure of the Holy Quran exist when applying natural language technologies. The first point is concept might be mentioned in different verses like hell or nar. It's mentioned in many verses throughout the Quran. Second point, one verse may contain many concepts or themes. The other point, one concept is mentioned using many different words depending on the contexts. An example of this one, like concept of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, mentioned as Muhammad Ahmad and also Muddathir Muzammil and so on. The other point, a term may also refer to completely different things depending on context. The text of Holy Quran is classical Arabic language, which is slightly different from the modern Arabic language. These differences will cause a gap between the query and retrieved verses. This example shows the ambiguity of Arabic words in Al-Quran. For example, Jannah could mean Jannah or Jinnah. Jinnah means ghost and Jannah could mean garden or paradise. And also paradise has different names like Darul Muqam and so on. Example of challenges in Arabic text in the Holy Quran. If the user search the word Al-Jannah mean paradise in the existing search tool, it will retrieve 3 different terms depending on Arabic diacritics. The first term is called Al-Jannah, which is related to 147 verses, and Al-Jinnah, which is related to 10 verses, and Al-Junnah, which is mentioned in 2 verses. This is the morphological analysis. We see 3 different terms. When we search Al-Jannah, it has 2 different meanings. The first one is paradise and the other one is garden. This level called word sense disambiguation. Al-Jannah related to 133 verses, 14 of them related to the companions of Al-Jannah, while 109 related to Al-Jannah. Also, the one problem in this result, there is around 20 verses missing, which is related to other names of paradise. Quranic search applications. Many desktop and web applications have been developed to retrieve knowledge from Al-Quran. The majority of these applications use keyword search techniques, with a few information retrieval methods, as declared in the following review. The Kunuz, Al-Hidayat, and Dhakir are free desktop applications that use a keyword search to retrieve the verses from Al-Quran. While the Al-Munaqqab Al-Qur'ani, Islamic Web Tanzih, Quranic Arabic Corpus, King Saud University Quran, and Novel Quran are online web applications that use morphological and keyword search. Here an example of some results on 3 different research tools of Al-Quran. The Qur'ani, when we search about Nar, which mean hell, it's retrieve 110 and 2 for An-Nar and 139 for Nar without the determined that. Quran corpus cannot retrieve the An-Nar with the determined that, while Nar it's retrieve 126. Tanzil.net it's retrieved the same result of Quran. While if we search by using the concepts or terms, like if we search about Ashab al-Nar, the companion of fire, it retrieved 21, Hellfire 68, the Doom of Fire with Adab al-Nar 8. So here around 200, more than 250 verses related to the different concept of An-Nar. Based on this study, we can classify search technique in Holy Quran in 2 types. The first one is semantic based, which can be defined as the search technique used word meaning or concepts to retrieve verses, while text based is depending on the word, exact word of the query. In semantic based, we can classify semantic based in 3 different methods or techniques. Ontology based, which use the ontology or concepts that annotated each verses to retrieve the result. Synonym set, which use WordNet. So take the words or terms in each query and try to find the synonyms for each word and search based on that synonyms to retrieve all verses or ayat from Al-Quran. Cross-language information retrieval, I take the words of the query and translate it in another language, then search the translated query to retrieve the verses and return it back to the user. And text-based, it used some natural language processing technique, which is morphological analyzer, that find the stem and lemma of each word and try to retrieve all verses contain that root or lemma or stem to the user. The main aim of this evaluation is to find the key cause of drawbacks and limitations in existing search tools. So we have 13 different criteria to make comparison between all tools. So the first one is search technique, as we described in the previous slide. The second one is query analyzer, which has around 6 different category, which part of speech is this tool use part of speech or spelling check and other techniques. Third one, how many Quranic anthology is this search technique use anthology or not? The total number of Quranic anthology, database size. Also, other criteria is result time. Is the result is only a text, it's one word or two words or a phrase, not a verse, or it's a verse, just a verse. The result will be a verse or ayah, or many ayah, or its description of a verse or concepts. Availability mean is this tool available online or not available to test it. Result ranking, this mean is the retrieved result ranked based on the most relevant result to the question or query, or it's not really ranked. So the retrieved result, it will be ranked based on the order of chapters or surah. Also, the next category is depend on type of users. It's for everyone, public or education, for education to learn Al Quran, or for Islamic scholar. The last two category is search domain coverage. This search domain is coverage all the Quran or part of Al Quran, and also which language of this tool. It's Arabic or English or other language. Here an example after we apply the search tool against these criteria. For example, Al-Bayan, which done by Abdul Nasir. For example, here Al-Bayan, he used a semantic search technique of anthology type of search technique. He used the query analyzer, which is A and D, which use the anthology and morphological analyzer. The morphological analyzer, which is STEM. Quranic anthology is two types of Quranic anthologies, which is Quranic corpus and Quran topic. Number of anthologies, 2 set of anthology, and also Quranic database use the Arabic text of Al Quran, and also Ibn Kathir, Tafsir Ibn Kathir. Number of dataset type is 3. Query types as D, which is a question, so it's answer a question. The user can ask a question. Result type is A, that means the result type here is ranked. The result type here is a description of a verse. So the answer will be a description of a verse. Availability is not available to test it, this tool. Also, the result is ranked based on his paper, so it should be ranked. He used some technique to rank the results. System users, this used by a public as and also a scholar, Islamic scholars. Search domain is cover a part of Al Quran, not all the Al Quran, so some part of Al Quran. Language of query is Arabic. In the conclusion, we found that The existing Quranic search tool is not solve the ambiguity of retrieved results, and also the limitation, and also is not uh, find all the verses. This is because most of search tool does not analyze the query. Also, the Quranic, there is a limitation in Quranic ontology. Also, the Arabic language is high inflected language, so it's increased the ambiguity in the search results. We suggest to solve this problem to find an online semantic Quranic search tool that combine the keyword search and semantic search techniques. So this will decrease the ambiguity in retrieve result. Also, if we want to use semantic search beside the keyword search, we should align and match the Quranic ontology to be one complete ontology, and then interlink this ontology to linked open data, so to enrich this ontology. The final point is develop a new named entity that's specialized for Quranic text. For example, of this name entity, like prophet, is this prophet, like if we found Muhammad, it should be the tag is prophet. Name of Allah, like Al-Aziz or Al-Ghafur or Al-Rahman, tag as a name of Allah. Like animal, which is dog, any name of animal is tagged as an animal, and so on. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you, and I hope you find it helpful. Assalamu alaikum.